All right, so
No,
we got my guy Squizzy here. If you would introduce yourself to the camera.
What's up, man? Squizzy Taylor, Denver, Colorado. DJ, entrepreneur, owner, all of the above.
Hell yeah. So what we do here with the Creative Questions podcast is we just kind of start at, your essence of creativity, where you got busy,
Okay.
and we go over the path, So where are you from?
I'm from Denver, Colorado, by way of Parkhill.
Hell yeah.
Born and raised right here.
When, being from Park Hill, when did you start recognizing like a creative itch?
I think I've always had it. I think my sister installed that in me early. I have an older sister that was super, super big into music and drawing and reading and doing all type of cool stuff. So just, you always want to be like your older sibling. So, you know what I'm saying? She's 6 years older than me. So everything she did, I always thought was the coolest thing ever. And because we're old, like what she was into the most was dubbing tapes. Like, you know what I'm saying? We listen to the radio, record this song, then try to record this song. So we was making mixtapes and stuff when I was 5, 6 years old, just because she was into it. You know what I'm saying? So it's I think she installed that in me, so it's just always been there. You know what I'm saying? I just kept taking it on.
I feel like the pre-internet era, like that's how you got music too.
Yeah, nah,
like I remember having like the dopest R&B tapes and the dopest hip hop tapes, and if you lost that tape, like you were fucked, right? Because you couldn't get that stuff again. You were like on the radio, like and then maybe that song fell out of and that song fell out of fashion and weren't playing it as much. And I remember that.
Yeah, it was a different time. And then as I started to find my own lane, we had, when I was in high school, LimeWire, and then it was dubbing CDs, like it was going on LimeWire, Napster, and all that, getting the mixtape Wayne, getting the 50 Cent and all that type of stuff, and T.I. So it just always kind of kept transforming for me and just growing in music. I would make all the mixtapes for our basketball team, and for our playlist, for, you know what I'm saying? This is before I even knew what a DJ was. Like,
absolutely.
Like I just had all the Lil Wayne, so it was like, okay, we're gonna run out to these songs and warm up. And then as I got to college, it was like, I would go to DJ K-Tone's parties, and that's when I realized what a DJ was. I didn't know before that, like. And then I started seeing DJ Clue, DJ Drama, and then going to K-Tone's parties. He would do team parties too. It was like, bro, that's tight. You know what I'm saying?
It became real. Like, yo, I could actually, this could be something I do.
Yeah. So then once I got to college, we had a super dope DJ. He ended up graduating.
What college did you go
to? Langston University in Oklahoma.
Oh, word. Okay.
Small town. It's an HBCU out there.
What drove you to go out of state? Like, did you want to see something new? What was it?
Nah, I was really trying to play basketball. And I was gonna go to this JUCO in Wyoming, but they ended up not offering me the full scholarship. It was like a partial. My mom was like, "You're not going to the middle of nowhere in Wyoming." And then she knew about Langston. She was like, "You're going to this school." You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of her decision. I got recruited by a couple other schools, but it just didn't work out. So it was last second, like, now you're going to Langston. I know somebody there.
Yeah.
So I ended up going. When she said it, I wasn't really happy, but when I got there, it was a culture shock. Like, it was totally different. Like, I've never seen that many black people in one space ever. And then to see that many black people that are trying to achieve a goal, like in college, was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was definitely a culture shock because I'm the only kid there from Denver. Like, everybody's from Texas, Chicago, Kansas City. Like, so it was just seeing different cultures that I had no idea about, you know what I'm saying? But I fell in love with it. And that's kind of where the journey began. I started DJing there.
You started DJing out there?
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. Where was the first party you rocked, and what kind of equipment did you rock it on?
Oh, so the first party I did was a freshman welcome back to school. So I started DJing, I want to say it was 2011.
Okay.
So I was already there. I was already kind of popular, just a cool kid. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Just moving the way you move.
Yeah, and then so I got the opportunity because I knew everybody, and it was like a freshman. It wasn't the big school welcome back, but it's the freshman like orientation party. It was a guy named Pup. He lives, I think he still lives in Oklahoma. He's a teacher now, real cool. He was the student president, and he gave me the chance, like, bro, if you think you could do it, do it. I had no equipment at this time. It was virtual DJ, which is just like an app on your computer.
Sure.
So, and I didn't even have a MacBook. It was like a Dell computer,
Yeah.
that virtual DJ. You just do it all with the keys and stuff. But I think I did amazing. I'm
Yeah.
sure if I heard it now, I was like, "Bro, you were terrible." But
I
it
bet
worked.
I bet you rocked it though.
Yeah,
I bet they liked
because
it.
I always know the songs. I know what to play, so I know my mixing was probably terrible, but I did good enough to where from that moment on, I was a DJ.
Hell
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was getting paid from there on. I was getting asked to do different stuff from there on, and then I would save up money. I got a little controller like this big, and then save up money. By the end of that first year, one of the bigger DJs from Oklahoma City sold me his old turntables because he was upgrading to some new
Yeah.
stuff. So I just found that picture too. I will post
That's
it.
tight.
So yeah, so it just was just keep growing. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It was awesome though. Yeah, yeah.
My first I came into music as a DJ as well, right? And my first equipment I bought like this is before like right at LimeWire, right? So
Okay.
it was still vinyl. And so I had
Yeah.
some Newmarks, belt
Yeah.
drive, and Newmark mixer. And my first show that I did was at the T-Walk, which was
Okay.
it was a teriyaki restaurant in Fort
Oh, wow.
Collins.
Okay.
And up above they had a venue they would rent out to college kids.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I was like the DJ that was part of the package.
Yeah.
And the same thing, like I loved
dope.
music, I loved creating tapes, and it was it just was a vehicle
That's
that
dope.
we used. It was cool. And my first mixes were horrible.
Yeah.
But we were
They
crates.
all-
I was carrying, I had like 4 crates of like whatever.
See, I just missed that era.
Yeah.
Like Serato just came out, I think 2 years before I started DJing.
I was so against Serato when it came
That's what
out. I was like,
everybody said.
ugh.
This is terrible.
You're
What is
killing the
this?"
essence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just missed that, but I can't even imagine carrying,
Lugging around and like
trying.
trying like, or like maybe you leave a couple crates because you don't think it's gonna be the vibe and you don't have it with you. You're like, oh.
You're stuck to it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh no, I couldn't imagine that.
So did you play in Oklahoma City? Were you kind of playing around Oklahoma
I
for a
played
while?
all over Oklahoma for sure. Like I probably DJ'd. So I graduated 2013. So I probably DJ'd strong in Oklahoma for about 2-3 years. So by that time, I'm doing clubs in the city. I'm doing like Oklahoma's such a college town. There's a whole lot of parties where you just represent your school.
Yeah.
So it's like Langston, OU, OSU, all come together. I'm just the Langston DJ. Then
Yeah.
the DJ from
And
OU.
they almost bill it like that.
Yeah. So they grab one DJ from every school, and we kind of just all come in the room and compete and all that. But
Have you gone back there since you've acquired a
I go
level of
back every
success?
year. This is the first year I missed because I have my daughter, but
Yeah.
I go back for homecoming every year.
So
I love it. Like it really changed my life. It's just something about, it's everything about Oklahoma, man. It changed my life. So I always, if I have the time, I make sure I go back.
yeah.
Like this year, I'm going back to do a rodeo in Bowie, Oklahoma.
Obviously, we don't like the Thunder right now.
No. But I was, let me age again. I was there when the Thunder were built, like
That's
their
tight.
first year when KD came.
So you got a soft spot for them a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit,
Yeah,
because
of
they would
course.
come to my school because they were kids, so they wouldn't go to college parties. You know what I'm saying? And Oklahoma didn't have a downtown when I was there. You know what I'm saying? So they do now, but it's just full circle. Like
That's tight.
It's crazy. Yeah, for sure.
So you graduate from college, you find your way back to Denver.
Yes.
What do you start doing? How are you expressing yourself?
So I graduate. Trev Rich, because we all know Trev.
Yep.
And Priest are blowing up. Like they're killing it.
I remember that era.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, I gotta go home and be with my guys. Like they go crazy. They need a DJ. Like, I gotta get back home. Yeah. I gotta get back home and, get a part of the fold with my guys. So I come back home, and it was worth it, but it it kind of sucked because I had motion in Oklahoma, but I had to kind of start all the way back at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to tell Kevin Kane and friends, like, bro, I can really DJ.
I'm the guy.
Like I can DJ, bro.
Yeah.
And like, all right, bro. Like you'll get a chance.
What was
You know
the
what I'm
first?
saying?
What was the first venue you rocked once you got back?
I really don't remember. I want to say it was. It's a toss up. I think it was Amber Myget had a party at a club called Club California, which was like off Hampton, like by Kennedy Golf Course.
Okay.
Hampton and whatever. So I want to say that was the first ones I was doing in Denver. Then there's a promoter named Sonia Police. And then I would get a little random gigs. And then I remember I was at Summer Jam. I can't remember who was performing. I'm at Summer Jam with my business partner, Cook. He was still in college at the time. We run into Kevin Kane. And he's like, bro, you've been bugging me about you can DJ. Can you really DJ? Like, he just asked me straight up. I'm like, bro, I can really DJ. And I want to say it was Top Shelf had like another gig, but it was the Summer Jam after party at Bar Standard.
Okay,
and he's like, bro, can you really DJ? Like, fuck, I need you. I need you, whatever. And I was about to go back to Oklahoma that day. And Cook is like, bro, you gotta get this opportunity. Like,
we gotta do it.
And just
you were about to move back to Oklahoma?
No, I was just going back to have
just
fun. Like, And Kevin, so I got that opportunity to DJ that day at Bar Standard after Summer Jam, so it was live, right? And I was in Bar Standard every weekend after that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was just the right place, right time, the right hustle, and God, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Kevin giving me a chance, you know what I'm saying, and me taking advantage of that chance because I could have went there and sucked.
We knew early on, you know, we saw it as an entrepreneurial endeavor, but when did you really start understanding that this was going to be your career? You went to college for something else, and you're DJing and it's fun, but at some point it becomes like, no, this is what I got to do and I got to grow it.
I think if I had to think, I'd say when Trev, there was a time that me and Trev was working at Netflix, and then he got offered Summer Jam. So we go to our boss, like, hey, we need July 16th off, whatever the date was. They're like, no, like, he can't do that at all. And we went to the car, like, we gonna work at Netflix or we gonna chase our dream?
We're gonna do what we need to.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So from that moment on, it was like, there was no plan B. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to sit here and say like I had it figured out or this entrepreneur thing just came. It was like, I got to figure it out now. Like, there's no plan B. Like, I realized doing both, I'm not going to reach my goal of what I actually want to do.
Yeah.
So it was like, I don't know if we can cuss, but fuck it. Like,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go.
Well, I think that's a key point that a lot of entrepreneurs miss is they get caught up in what they think is providing for them, but what they don't realize is having a fallback, it turns into you not fully exploring your potential.
Yeah, you're not going all the way.
If this is all you got, then this is all you got, and you're gonna run it up as best you can.
The best you can. If you falling back on something, you gonna run it up as
I still got this other thing. I got some, I got some stability.
Exactly.
And that's great early on, but if you really want to do it for real, you gotta jump out the window.
Yeah, and I think it's just not for everybody.
Absolutely,
like,
it's definitely not for everybody.
Because you gotta be a crazy motherfucker to even think like that. It's a certain type of hustle and grind and like it's something inside of you to just like going all in. There is no plan B.
You live with like an ocean. You live with like a storm inside of you that you have to push through.
Absolutely. So it ain't for everybody. So I don't even get mad at people that it's not for. It's just like you're not built for this. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, got to be built for this because it's tough. It's a lot of nights. It's a lot of days. It's a lot of weeks where you just don't know what's coming next. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm religious, so God always got me because somehow it always gets figured out.
It's funny. Religion's weird. The Bible and all that. I came up from like a complicated situation. My dad died when I was young. My mom was a single parent, 5 kids, and so a lot of the traditional religion things didn't make sense to me. Until later in life, and I stumbled. We all try to get spiritual, and then it's funny. I stumbled into the Bhagavad Gita, which is it's an ancient text from India. And through diving really deep into that information, it just doubled me back to all of it. Christianity, Islam, like I have a clear understanding of how all of it fits in my world.
That's dope.
And I didn't expect that. And it's funny, even this podcast, like calling it the Creative Questions Podcast, someone jumped into one of the comments on one of the videos and they quoted
something
piece from Genesis.
Oh, okay.
And they're right, like creation, that's what this is. Like literally, it's unavoidable. And you'll get there eventually, however you get there.
Exactly.
So you're playing at Bar Standard, you're starting to get a little bit of gas. What was the first like, oh my God moment? Like, did you jump on one of the summer jams? Did you, like, what did it look like?
Nah, I think I think the oh my God that made me quote unquote Squizzy Taylor was the year we won the Super Bowl, when the Broncos won the Super Bowl. That entire year, I think I'm at Epernay at this point. But that entire year, then I get a call from I want to say it was Francois and Johnny Denver at the time.
Johnny.
And then yeah, it's my guy to do the AFC Championship. I think we just beat Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The AFC Championship. Get a call like, hey, I just need you to DJ for like 45 minutes, an hour, whatever, before I want to say it's Rick Ross or something like that. They did something, you know what I'm saying? It's Rick Ross or something like that. So get there, I murder it. Like I kill it. It's probably one of my best concerts.
You've been waiting for this moment your whole life.
Oh man,
5-year-old Squizzy with the tape with his sister to now.
I'm up there, and the energy was just awesome. Like it was still one of the best parties I've ever done at the Gothic Theater. So murder that, do so good. Johnny and Francois coming back. We win the Super Bowl. We're running this shit back. The same thing. This time it's gonna be with T.I. We end up winning the Super Bowl. Run it back. I do even better. Like Peyton Manning's there. Like
it's a whole another
crazy.
thing.
Yeah. And I think from that moment on, like it just opened up my my demographic. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm not just the hood DJ no more. Like I did some big shit. Like you know what I'm saying. So
I think for you too. Like for yourself, you realize like, wait, I'm not a hood DJ.
Yeah, I'm
I can do anything.
I can do anything. Yeah, for sure.
So, I always quote the Flowbots. I can ride a bike without handlebars.
Yeah, facts.
Like I can now do anything.
Yeah, for real. And I really felt like that. And the calls started rolling in after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that was my it moment, was like, oh, I can really do this. Like, you know, I started traveling, like everything started happening, I think, after the Broncos won that Super Bowl.
So, you know, I think I met you a little bit before that, maybe in and around Bar Standard times. And one thing that always inspired me was no matter what level of success you had or were at that point, you were always very humble and open and willing to try new things. What informs that? Like what keeps you humble? And
I think, because I mean, some people, I don't really think I'm humble. I think in my head, I really always think I'm the shit, but both just the way I was raised, like my parents and like are super laid back, super cool. So I never have that like boisterous type attitude, like where I just feel like I'm better because I wasn't raised like that. Neither my parents act like that, my grandparents never act like that. Nobody around me acts like they're better than anybody.
Yeah.
But in my head, like I have extreme confidence all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just can't show it. Like
I feel like you can be confident and humble. It manifests itself as being graceful.
Yeah.
Like maybe you know, you come from a religious background and there's a lot of grace in religion, and it seems like I've known you to be a very graceful guy. I've known you to tread water in a way that is unique to you. Like
for sure.
You've been very opening and like I remember one of the first events we did, I was like, I booked you for the event and I was like, hey, can you promote this, and third? And you were like, how about I just give you my logins to my Facebook? And I'm like, no, never do that. Never do that.
Too.
Yeah.
I remember that. I do remember that.
But it was one of these things like you approach things with like a level of, like I said, grace and curiosity that's unique to you. A lot of people aren't like that, and that's that's really dope.
I forgot about that. That was a thing. Like, bro, you log in and promote it.
Yeah, do your thing, player.
Yeah, just log out when you're done. I forgot that because that was back when you had to individually invite people and shit.
It was a thing.
I'm not doing that.
So you did the Super Bowl party. Things are kind of moving and grooving for you.
Yeah.
What led you down the radio station, which then led to the Broncos piece?
Yeah. So the radio, I love the questions you're asking because I get to shout out a lot of people that were very impactful in my journey. But Berm Gotti, Michael Berman, he really put me on KS 175. Like damn near single-handedly. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's gonna be some spots opening up on the radio. Clean your motherfucking Facebook up. Clean your Instagram up. Stop doing crazy shit. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Stop drinking on camera. We'll get you on the radio. There's slots. And he ended up leaving to, I want to say, Sacramento, damn near like 4 days after he got me hired up there.
Wow.
So this my first time going there. He's not even there, so I didn't know nobody up there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're like the new kid.
Yeah, but I'm the new kid, but all my guys is gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mike Burn was gone. The morning show was gone. So it's like, damn, it's a whole new regime, and I'm just walking in here. But shout out to the new people like a Victor Starr. They welcomed me with open arms, and it was dope.
What was it like? What was it like being on radio for the first time?
So yeah, that was scary. But I remember like I think that was one of them. There's certain moments where like your parents don't know like how cool you are. Like my mother could care less about the cool stuff I do in the club or concerts.
It doesn't matter to her.
But when I got the radio and she got to hear my name, like she was like, "Oh shit!" Like you know what I'm saying? That was one of the moments where she smiled because she's listened to the radio since she was young. Like you know, she knows about KS 175. So her doing that and my dad doing that, that was one of them good moments for my family.
That's dope.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So growing in radio to when I was on the radio every day at 12 o'clock with Rosa doing a what would we call it? I can't remember. Boombox. It was like a kind of throwback hip hop type of thing.
Live
we were
mix
doing verses before verses.
Yeah.
But that was probably like a real dope thing because now I'm on there every day. So now when I'm walking around, people that I would never be able to touch or reach are hearing me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
My talent. So that was dope, but COVID fucked that up. Like literally ruined it. Like you know what I'm saying? Once COVID happened, it was over. But that was I thought we had something really good with that for sure. But all in all, radio was big. Radio was big for sure, especially for like an older audience that followed me. You know?
I feel like being a fan of you and how you move in the world. Like when I saw it, I was like, "Yo, man, congratulations!" Like it was just a really cool thing to see you do.
Absolutely.
You know, it was a great stepping stone for your fans.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
and your you said, your family.
Yeah, and the timing was just dope timing. You know what I'm saying? But it was dope. It was dope. It was a great era, and I'm still on the radio, but
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's different now.
You know what I'm saying? You have other things cooking.
Yeah.
So, like you just mentioned, COVID hits.
Yeah.
And we're all moving in a way that's pointed towards whatever success we're going for, and then the brakes are just boom, stop.
Fucks us up.
And money changes what we want, and COVID was good and bad for everybody. Some people it was more good, some people it was less good. You know, for me, I was able to double down on my family and really, I got sober during COVID. I've been sober 5 years now, you know.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. And it was very impactful in that dimension of my life, which then led me to realize my potential, and I started running, you know? And so when COVID hit and the clubs all stopped and everything slowed down, how did that impact you?
Man, what a time. I mean, it impacted me big because like, one, it taught me a lot. It taught me about being prepared and like we talked about before we got on camera. Like I'm the type that makes some money and I'm gonna blow it. Like so I was making so much money before COVID. And then it just came to an end like that. Like it was like, fuck, I just made all this bread and I have nothing to show for this. And I can't go make some more next week.
Like we're stuck right now.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing dumb house parties, putting myself at risk. Like I was just making so much bread. Why didn't I put half of this away every time? You know what I'm saying? So it made me grow up. Like COVID made me grow up. I think I was turning 30 that year or something. So it was like, as a man, when you turn 30, things started to click a little different anyway. So it was a lot going on, just the changes I had to make. But outside of that, it just made me want more. You know what I'm saying? Like realizing what I was doing wasn't enough. Like I think I was getting stagnant. You know what I'm saying?
From an outsider's perspective, I always knew you as a DJ, as a fly dude in the city.
Yeah.
And I felt like when you emerged from COVID, you were an entrepreneur. Yeah. In the real sense of it. Like you were like, no. We're opening some fucking clubs.
We're doing everything.
We're going to sustain our future for the rest of however long.
Exactly. And I think that's because of COVID, like going through that struggle of fuck, my whole way of income is stopped. It was like, this will never happen to me again.
We're gonna control it ourselves.
Yeah, but when we're gonna control it, we can get into that. But like, I want to own some clubs. Let's make a clothing line. Let's use every way that my brand can generate some money. We're gonna do all that instead of, if I don't have to rely on one person paying me. You know what I'm saying? So, but owning clubs became big just because that was before COVID. Just not being able to um, have a. I give you two things. One, realizing that the power in the city and probably everywhere, the power was way more important than the money. Like having a say in my community or in my demographic and my people when it came to nightlife, we were always ran by somebody who didn't party with us, who didn't really give a fuck about us or anything like that. And we were always getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
And it was like, why do I keep making y'all all this fucking money and you really don't want us here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Most clubs, when they go hip hop, they're on their last, we're either gonna close or we gotta call Kevin Kane and Squizzy Taylor. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, why do we keep saving all these people who really don't want us here, don't like us, don't enjoy us and nothing like that? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
We need more power. Like, yeah, we're making money, but we need power. We need to be able to control our narrative and implement the right things to make our people safe and have fun. You know what I'm saying? So that was probably the main reason we went into ownership. Like, we need to control this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's our people. We party with these people. We hang out with these people. We know these people's family. Like,
we care about them.
We care about them instead of somebody who couldn't give a fuck. They're trying to make some money. So that was the main reason for ownership. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's that. Yeah.
So then fast forward, you're branching out the ownerships, you're opening venues, you're getting your clothing line off, you're doing nonprofits.
Yeah.
And I think money is one way, but money's just measuring the creativity. Really, it sounds like during COVID, the creative thing stopped too. And you wanted to get back to just creation in general and you know, exposing your that nature.
Yeah, you realize you don't got a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like, that's another thing COVID taught. Like, bro, this shit is not promised and we do not have a lot of time. If you got some ideas, let's get to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's try everything. And luckily my business partner Cook, he's like the person, if I say, when I wanted to start DJing, he was the first person I told, like, bro, I think I could DJ. All right, bro, let's come on. Let's get a computer. Let's stay in this room.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure it out. Like, he's that type of friend. So anytime we say something, okay, so how do we do it? Like, you know what I'm saying? It keeps him up all night. Like, all right, I'm gonna research this. I'm gonna figure it out. You know, in COVID, we live together. So COVID just had all the times. Okay, what else can we do? We started branding masks. You know what I'm saying? We were selling face masks.
Yeah.
That had Celebrate Life on it. And then, you know, we started, the girls wanted different colors and all that. So it's like, we don't know how long we're gonna be in this. Let's make masks fashionable. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let's have fun with it.
But he's that mind that just keeps going. So it was just like, we just don't have time to waste. Like, put it out in the world and let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So COVID was good. It's better than, now that I'm expressing it, it was better than what it was when we was going through
I think it's okay to have lulls. It's okay to struggle. Like, we as humans, like, we want things to be easy. We're always working for it to be easy. But when it's easy, we just yearn for the struggle because that's where the gift of lesson comes from. Like, when it's hard and you're down in the dumps, you're fucking back against the wall, that's when it really kicks up and the juices get going and it becomes fun almost. You're like, fuck that. How many different color masks can we do? Fuck that. How do we make this?
It's like the fourth quarter, the game time.
Yeah.
Like, I wish we was up 20, but this is actually fun.
If life was always a Super Bowl party, a victory, like, what the fuck would it mean?
Fun. Then that wouldn't be as dope.
Yeah, you wouldn't be as dope. Like, you have to go back to the drawing board to get better at exploring and existing.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
I'm experiencing that right now. You know, wintertime, ice cream shop's kind of weird. I walked away from not one, but two deep six-figure offers from different club companies. And I was just like, look, man, I don't want to serve liquor to kids anymore.
Yeah.
Not against the idea of drinking, because I went through all that, but it's hard to sit in a meeting with one group saying, hey, liquor sales are down with this group of people, and then going to a mediation where, you know, someone passed away from an accident and they're suing the entity, right?
Yeah.
Like, I personally didn't want to go through that. And so I jumped out the window, as we said earlier, and we're figuring it out. And it's not fun. Like, my wife is pissed at me right now about one of the things I'm exploring, and we'll get through it and we'll figure it out. But, you know?
Nah, I feel that. I battle with that too, though. Like, what we sell for a living in entertainment and nightlife, it's fucked up. Well, it's fucked up, but at the same time,
me and you talked about this in the club, like when you're DJing, and I believe everybody needs to go through what they need to go through to find what they're looking for.
Absolutely.
And that means you're gonna walk down some dark tunnels.
Yeah.
And that means you're probably gonna consume some things that you shouldn't, but you do because it's part of that process.
For sure.
It's I don't want to say it's necessary, but it exists and people go through it. And so you can't really judge that. It's just it is what it is.
It is what it is. And I think it's just human nature that
I don't drink now, right? Yeah. And I'll probably never drink again. I'll never, like, the only drug I'll do to my dying day is mushrooms. Okay. And that's maybe once every 5 years or something. But I won't take back that either.
Yeah.
Like, I've been on wild benders that have taken me to places of creation in my brain that led me down paths where I learned things that I wouldn't have been able to learn otherwise.
Absolutely.
It takes that to get there. And so I'm never gonna knock it. Like, I understand it fully. Sure. It's some people's path, and then other people's paths and something else. Just like for sure. One person jumps out the window with their hustle, and another person has, a stable thing, and they dabble, and that's all. It's all for the same thing.
I 100% agree. All my closest friends, like Trev and everybody like my closest people have all stopped drinking, stop coming out, like their life is just on a great journey right now. They're working out, and it's so dope, and they always cheer me on, like, yeah, bro, we doing this, but keep doing what you're doing, bro. Like, what you do is dope. Like, you on your own journey, like, you know what I'm saying? And we just have to stop doing that shit.
Yeah, because we're gonna overdo it.
Yeah, we overdoing it. And we're not getting paid to do this shit. You are, like, you know what I'm saying? We going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? So it's been dope. It's dope. It's just everybody has their own path, kind of how you said, to get to the finish line. But it's dope. I dabble with it a lot though, because it's a lot of great things that happen from entertainment and nightlife. Like most of us met our significant others or our best friends at a party or something. That's how humans interact. But
what the way that I've worded it before is, throwing events in clubs and bars and different places, it's creating a space for people to celebrate the highs and lows of their lives.
Absolutely.
A lot of people go through a lot of shit just to earn enough money to put food on their table. Yeah. And every now and then they want to check out of that. Yeah, and so they go to a bar and they're expecting a moment where they can just exist and be free. Yeah. That's the place they choose, and that's an honor for them to choose someone like you to allow that to transpire.
I say that all the time. I say that to my staff, like, but you have no idea what this person went through this week to get here, to be here Saturday. Like, don't just think about your drug dealers with this money don't matter. Think about the person that waited in this long ass line, saved $10 every week,
working at Amazon.
Yeah, like whatever. Save money to come out and have one drink just because it's like, fuck, life is kicking my ass. Yep. I just want to go hear some good music and not think about this shit for 2 hours. And I tell my staff, like, think about that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck your drug, they don't give a fuck.
And that's actually the every person. There's more of those people.
Yeah, there's more of them in here than the people around doing this bottle search. Fuck them, not fuck them, but like, think about your average person who's saved up, that just can't wait till we bring out a happy birthday or we just say hi to them. Like, you have no idea what that person's going through or how long they saved up just to come this night.
To be a part of the vibe.
Cheap. Yeah, Denver's not cheap. Like,
no.
So it's important, man. It's important.
So back on the story. So you're on radio. It's moving. COVID kind of slows it down. You start ramping up your entrepreneurial endeavors. You open the one club. Yeah. You got multiple things popping. What's that look like?
Hard as fuck.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Tell
hard.
it.
You think it's like about to be great. It becomes a big decrease in revenue. You know what I'm saying? Because now I go from only worrying about myself really to having 15 employees or 20 employees, however many you have in the club. And we're the last person to eat. Like, as a DJ, you're damn near the first person to eat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting paid that night, if not before I even get there. So going to that, to then there's weeks where, okay, we didn't make any money because I got to pay everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely hard. It's different things to think about that I've never thought about, like inventory and, people relations, HR, like these people aren't getting along.
I remember a funny story that Kevin told. You might have been there, you might not have been there, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But he was like, yo, man, we've thrown all these parties all over the city for all these years.
Yeah.
And shit would pop off. And it was kind of like, he's like,
yeah.
But then when it was our party, we're like, yo, we got to fix this.
Yeah, we got to fix it.
Like, we're going to ruin our business if we don't protect the customers as they leave.
Absolutely. So oh my God.
Yeah.
And that's a constant, that never ends. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So,
it sort of revises how you think
about the whole
what you're doing.
Yeah. So, it just becomes hard, man. It becomes way more stressful. The nights become longer. The days become longer. It just never stops. It literally never ever stops. But like we talked about earlier, it's fun though. At the same time,
yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? It's a thrill to it because it's like once you do figure something out, it's like, yeah, we got that.
Now you found some success, but you've also found a way to keep your back against the wall, so you're sharp.
So you're always ready.
You're always.
It's always something else. Like you finally figure out your payroll and employees getting along, a pipe burst. Like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
I got a freezer not working right now, waiting on a part.
It's always something, man. So, but it's like I don't know, the game in it. Like it's fun and it's enjoyable. And you just build a hunger to want more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and you probably shouldn't, but like we started this conversation, it's in our blood. Like, keep going.
Not even in the more for the sake of like monetary gain more, but like you just want more experience. You want to create more.
Yeah.
We know what COVID was. We want to get out there and fucking expand and explore this thing.
I want 5 foreplays now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so. Yeah. But,
so being a Denver native, coming from Parkhill, you're already kind of moving. You've done some cool stuff. Everybody knows you're a vibe in the city.
Yeah.
And then the Broncos call you.
Oh shit, I forgot about that part.
What was that like as a fan? Because you're from here. Like, get out of town. Like, you know, I know you were over the years friends with multiple players, and then you had your ups and downs of about different things.
Yeah.
And then the Broncos call you.
And they call me. Yeah, they brought that up too. That was 100% out the blue. That was like, damn, this is cool. And that's one of the moments where you feel, there's an actual word for it, but I'm not sure, but I don't know the word when it's like, there's no way I'm good enough to do this job. Like everything I've done is like, nah, they're not calling for me. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but because they hit me on Instagram, which was random.
Another weird, like, wait, you couldn't get my number?
On a random Tuesday. Like, hey,
always check them Instagram DMs.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know.
Like, hey, you have any interest being the Broncos DJ? Like, we see your Instagram. You're kind of busy. Like, I don't know if you have time to do this job type shit. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me?
I can clear my schedule.
I can figure it out. Yeah, I can figure it out. So I ended up having to audition. I think it was like 10 DJs that received that message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or had to do that. So it started from in my room having to just send a 10-minute DJ mix and then a 1-minute video of me like just showing my personality. Like you gotta hype up and like show who you are or whatever. It took me forever to do it. Like you're just trying to be a perfectionist and it's like
second guessing it.
Yeah, you're second guessing everything to where Cook's like, bro, stop. And he literally stopped me, closed my computer, like, listen, whether you get this job or not, the only thing that's gonna bother you is if you don't get it, but you weren't yourself.
Yeah.
Like he's like, stop trying to be what you think they want.
Be yourself.
Be Squizzy Taylor. Like you got this far being yourself.
Great advice.
It's always gonna eat you up inside if you go in there trying to be some EDM DJ. Like, no, be you.
Be you.
And if they want you, they want you. Because if you do get it and you're acting like this, you got to keep acting like this.
Yeah.
Like, stop this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he scrapped the whole shit. Like, do you play your shit? And if they want you, they'll get you. You know what I'm saying? So scrap the whole thing. I was myself. You know what I'm saying? End up making it to the top 3. We had to go to the stadium and audition in front of people. It was probably the hardest DJ set I've ever done because it was 4 people.
Like unnatural.
Yes, it was 4 people.
Yeah.
The room was way smaller than this. And they're just sitting there in 4 pull-out chairs with notepads. Yeah. And there's a table and I'm DJing like from here into where the ice cream's at. And they want me to play what I would play for the players pregame. So I'm playing the most trapped out fucking hood set right now.
Because you know what the players
that's
want.
What the players want. But it's the president, one of the owners, player relations. So this is older Asian lady, 2 white people, and one 50-year-old black dude, right? Then I'm playing Rick Ross, the Migos, like I'm going hard, and they're just sitting there giving me no facial expressions, nothing. So I'm like, okay, I remember what my homie said, just do me.
Yeah, do you.
Right when I get done, they start cheering like, oh, that was great. Like, damn, me being me, I'm like, y'all could have did this earlier while I was playing. Like, you could have nodded your head or something. They started laughing and stuff, but it was the scariest 10-minute mix I've ever done in my life. Like, it was, but from that moment on, I got the job, and then it was on. You know what I'm saying?
What was it like, metaphorically, going back to Parkhill with that badge of honor?
Shit.
Like there's levels to it, right?
Yeah. I think in my mind, I feel like I solidified myself as a staple. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm gone, I'm in the ranks of the Chauncey Billups, the Trev Rich, the K-Tones, you know what I'm saying? The legends, not only just from our neighborhood, but in Colorado, you know what I'm saying? The Beds.
I would say nationwide. I would say you solidified yourself. I mean, I think you did it before the Broncos thing, but like you solidified yourself as a dope motherfucker.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, no, you know? I agree. Yeah, you just said Parkhill, so I was saying it solidified as that, but I just think it you know, it put my name with the names that, you know, when you think of Colorado, in my mind you gotta think of Squizzy Taylor. You know what I'm saying? So I think that getting the Broncos solidified that. You know what I'm saying? That was like the icing on the cake.
You know, I've seen and known many DJs that have done different things with sports franchises.
Yeah.
and after seeing you there, it makes sense. Like there's a lot of them that don't make sense, and I'm not gonna call out names. I'm not gonna whatever, but like seeing you with the Broncos on game day, doing your thing, seeing you move around as like an extension of the Broncos, like it makes so much fucking sense. Like it fits like a glove. And it's exciting to see.
Thank you.
I know, you know, when we say Broncos fans, I mean that's Wyoming and New Mexico too, right? Like it's a big brand, and I know everybody. I feel like it's a perfect fit, so it's exciting to see.
Nah, it is, and you gotta realize I came in with a new ownership group, so like we're owned by Walmart now, the Waltons. You know what I'm saying? So when I came, everybody kind of in the building is new. You know what I'm saying? So I'm part of a whole new regime.
Movement.
Like I was one of their first hires. Like.
Which almost speaks to their it speaks to their wherewithal and their understanding to a sense.
No, for sure.
You know, like a lot of previous sports DJs, it's like elevator music kind of. Like it's not, it doesn't work.
No, but yes, and just to fight back for them, like the freedom I get, the people that the other DJs that I talked to that may work for another team, or the people who previously did it, or just people in the organization, the freedom I get has never been given. You know what I'm saying? Like they're making it an emphasis to bring more culture or more trust. Like they're really trusting me.
I would say it's unique to you too, because you have a special gift.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that thing that we talked about earlier, what I realized in some of our early events we were doing is you move with a certain kind of grace where an investor would trust you because you're gonna move in a way that's gonna benefit. Like you're not gonna
do nothing
shit
crazy
on the brand or mess it up. And so they're like, you know what? We trust you. Just do your best and do you, and let's have fun. And that's dope.
And so I mean, I'm so blessed, bro, that I'm walking into a situation where I can be myself. And it's on that magnitude, it's 77,000 people, and they're like, bro, we trust you.
Yeah.
Go play. Go. You know what I'm saying? Like it's awesome, man. It's awesome. And a lot of people don't get that are doing the same job I'm doing. They don't get that at all. Like this is your list of songs. Play these songs and do that. Like,
one of the homies recently on the podcast, you know, Chones was in here, and you know, he had been fighting with, I think, Epernay or one of those clubs, and they were like trying to curate what they were doing for like maybe the Cuffin' Party or one of the things. and he was venting to me, and I was like, this is way back when. I was like, bro, like, if you bring the party over here, like, I'm never gonna tell you to do that.
Yeah,
Literally do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to do the best version of what you can do and have fun with it. And allowing that, I've seen some of the best DJs do some of their best work. Like, I'm not a professional DJ, right? I might dabble, but I know that you're gonna see this crowd and you're gonna want to do something special with it, you know? And
absolutely.
so like on the nights that we've done with like Chones and KDJ and all the different things, like they're like, really? Like I can just do whatever I want? And I'm like, bro, literally whatever you want. Like have fun.
I think that was the best part about working for you. Every time you're like, bro, just be creative. Like do whatever. I'm gonna have a great crowd here. It's gonna be people from all over. Be creative. Like the Milk and Cookies.
That was a
favorite DJ sets because I could play any fucking thing. I could play Michael Jackson to some track, like anything, and they're just having a ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And something about your parties, people dance.
Yeah.
You know, that's almost like dawn. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, but going and doing that, it was always me and KDJ talked about it. Like it was always a refresher doing the bar standard or Milk. Like it was like. I'm doing the same shit every weekend, and you go do that, you feel rejuvenated.
I get bored, like the Milk and Cookies thing. Like when we started doing that, I would have different stylists in there cutting hair live. I would have graffiti artists painting murals live.
Sure.
I would have this dude that's he was like a professional photographer.
Yeah.
And like normally clubs would do like the guy walking around with the camera and he posed, and I was like, nah, bro, like let's set it up like a photo shoot.
Yeah.
But customers get to do a photo shoot. Like, why the fuck not? You know, and that's one of the things I've enjoyed about throwing parties is like it's an opportunity to create an interaction with the crowd that is special, and like there really is no rules. Like you can really do whatever you want.
For sure. I met Spencer Foreman doing your party.
Yeah.
I met Spider Tech doing your party.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know these people before. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that's
and these are people that I really
what a diverse crowd. You Spencer, you Spencer and Squizzy. Like that would be a dope show.
Bro, yeah. And the first time we DJed together was at your party.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And it's like, damn, I met a lot of cool people doing your shit or just, doing dope parties. So it's just dope, man. It's just dope. I love what we do.
Yeah. I'm still like I'm doing different things now. Like I'll probably throw some parties here and there, but some of what I'm excited about is like, okay, this space, for instance. I'm teaming up with this girl that works for the Improv, and we're gonna start doing a live open mic comedy set, and we're gonna stream it, and they're gonna fucking do whatever, and then we'll do a big one at the end.
That's awesome.
We did. I got a random call from the hostage situation dudes. And they had just sold out the church, and they were like, hey, we want to do a merch drop. I was like, yeah, whatever, come on. So we did an ice cream social merch drop, and like this fucking place was, popping, lying around the corner. It was really dope. It's cool. It's cool trying new things in environments that would normally not have it, right? Like what makes the Koufax and cream thing cool is, most ice cream shops / coffee shops or whatever, they're either like cute or they feel like an old diner. And then like with a coffee shop, it's like either Motel 6, which is like what Starbucks is, or it's like it's kind of a stuck up, snotty coffee environment. And it's like, yo, you don't know us. You don't know what a Cortado is. And with this, it's just like, yo, how about we try to take Dutch Brothers and we smash it with Supreme and create like a real vibe. No one's done that with ice cream. Let's fucking do it. See what happens. It's either gonna work or it won't.
Exactly, but you gotta try. Throw it out there, and it seemed like it's working. I'm proud of you.
We're creeping along.
To your point, I think another dope thing that I've realized in this journey is having a space to do anything is so dope, bro. Like coming from the communities we come from, like you even being able to have an open mic in here. Like I remember when I wanted to throw parties, it being so hard to find a venue. Like, bro, y'all ain't coming over here. Y'all can't do this. You know what I'm saying? So now being able to give people them opportunities to have a space where it's like you were saying, Charles, come over here and be creative. Come do you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So having a space to do that has been so dope to me to be able to give, like, for example, K-Tone's Foundation had watch how this comes full circle. This past Sunday, K-Tone's Foundation had a I don't want to misspeak on the name of it, but it was an event where they were honoring people, and it was about mental health. And their legacy award went to DJ Chones.
That's so dope.
Like lifetime achievement award with them.
That's so dope.
They did that in my venue. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
amazing.
Like it's crazy how that comes full circle that I was even able, Tone, come over here and do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And set it up and see him and Chones interacting. Like I cried. Like
That's beautiful.
this is crazy.
That's
you know
beautiful.
what I'm saying? So like just being able to do dope stuff like that and different foundation events or yoga or anything.
Even like us being able to creatively manifest what we want the way we want. Like even Chones, like I can't wait to drop that episode because it's so dope to hear and know what he's doing over at Lake Middle School and integrating hip hop and DJing and graffiti into their curriculum, right? And like I was a troubled youth. I come from a hard background. If there was an opportunity in 6th grade for me to learn how to DJ or learn how to podcast or whatever, back then, like he was telling me about this kid that he was getting in trouble or whatever, and I'll misspeak, but he was getting in trouble and he was like 6th grade or whatever, and they got him into the program, and by the 8th grade, he was able to announce his first sports broadcast on like 9 News or 7 or whatever.
That's crazy.
And that's like, wow, you know, that's so dope that we're able to creatively rethink and reshape what's happening in the world, you know, how it's all changing.
No, for sure. If we bring it full circle, remember I said I didn't even know what a DJ was till I was in college. Like imagine if I would have knew what DJ was in 6th grade, 7th grade. You know what I'm saying? What could have happened? And then not just knowing what a DJ is, now learning what a DJ is in 6th grade, now you're gonna learn more about music. So you're gonna know what an A&R is. There's so many ways that you could love music.
You're gonna have a unique perspective on just the math part of sequencing and counting. Like, it's
you could love music and have no talent, but there's so many jobs in music that you could do and make tons of money and still love music and be involved, instead of, you know, where I grew up, you just knew you could be a rapper or a singer. You know what I'm saying? But you don't hear about the A&R, you don't hear about the DJ, you don't hear about the person that syncs the records and all these people who make this shit go, you know what I'm saying? So just opening up kids' minds early to that, I think is awesome what he's doing. Chone's actually one of the kids from Denver DJ school, DJ the Broncos game with me.
That's so dope. I remember seeing it.
Yeah, so it's dope. I love what they're doing, man. I love what a lot of us as we're growing is doing for the community. I think it's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's cool to see it full circle and become more community focused, while still showing people that you can reach for the stars too.
For sure.
You can go be successful.
For sure. It's awesome.
What do you got cooking next? Like I know you got a couple spots. Shout out Foreplay.
Yes, Foreplay. I have Orchid Denver now.
Broncos still on the radio from time to time.
Next. I feel like I'm at a state right now. Well, I just had a baby girl, right? So I feel like I'm at a state where I'm really trying to focus on now and put family and her first and like slow down. Like I'm really not in a rush to have it next. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to smell my flowers right now, chill, get comfortable and like not miss no moments with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I blinked my eyes and my daughter's 11 now.
It's crazy.
It happens that quick.
I heard a crazy quote, or somebody told me a crazy quote right before I had my daughter, and it was like, the days are long as hell, but the years are so fast. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, it's gonna feel like, the fuck did I just sign up for? But he's like, you gonna wake up and 5 years is gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the days are gonna be long.
And so it's the right time to smell the roses.
It's like really I just want to embrace it. And if I like, of course I want to open up some more spaces, but it's like, let's just stop for a second and just cherish what we have, what we've done.
Well, that's important.
So so when you say what's next, I'm saying that because that's what I want to happen. But I know my partners and I know how we think. And if you ask me in a month, like, man, we're doing this new project.
And it's okay. I think both are possible. I think you can run as fast and hard as you can on some of the creative things, but then you can also sit with the people you care about and really absorb them. You know what I mean? Like it's about making every second count, right? And that's doable. And even when you're running on the hustle shit, make that count too. Like it's important that we recognize present. What this is and we absorb it, because you know, whatever trials and tribulations we're going through, eventually we're gonna get on the other side and we're gonna be bored as fuck, right? And so like reveling in this moment where we're sharpening the blade and we're cutting down the shrubbage and we're on our personal journey, you know,
just be present. Just be present and not think about the future for a second. If I could answer that in way less words, just be more present. You know what I'm saying? And appreciate where I'm at now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have conversations like this where we actually talk about the past. Because a lot of times, as you know, we keep our head down. Like half the things you brought up, I'm like, damn, I did do that.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that is cool. I never even thought, I ain't even take a second to think about that in years. Like
I've been wanting to do something like this for a really long time.
Yeah.
And when I finally said, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it today.
Yeah, thanks.
What I've really came to enjoy is sitting down with people that I admire and all of that, and like getting to really know them.
Yeah.
Like having a conversation where we're actually revisiting parts of our past that are like, oh shit, yeah, that's crazy. And yeah, it's really dope. It's a platform that I wish I had gotten on earlier. I'm so happy that we're finally here, and I can't wait to see where, how, and why it all becomes.
No, for sure. Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. Like I want to watch Jones's, and I know you got some. You know everybody, so I know you got some incredible guests coming.
Yeah. If I can get this mobile podcast thing going, that's gonna be so fun. You know, cruising out to out in Phoenix, I'm friends with like so many talented graffiti artists, and you know, whatever. We'll see what happens.
We're gonna see what happens.
This is my guy Squizzy Taylor. I appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep, all day.
Awesome too,
Thank you for coming through. Yeah.
Colfax Cream, baby.
Baby. Hell yeah.
Love. Thank you.